Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I am your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me, as always, are Laura, playing Bertie, Mitch, playing Kharas, Eddie, playing Anya, Jake, playing Neumann, Zoe, playing Ross, and Johanna, playing Rook. Let's jump into it. Where we last left off, the party partook in some training and discussion in the lead up to the final combat against Taven, or the presumed final combat against Taven, the final push, as they might say. So, just before bed, is there anything anyone wants to do to make sure that they are set for the next day?
This has nothing to do with being set for the next day, but Ross does want to have a little bit of conversation with a big ginger boy.
Okay.
So she's got to go out and find one. No, she's gonna I assume we're probably sleeping. No, we're sleeping in the mansion. So she's gonna go to wherever like the rooms are, and she's gonna go to Neumann's room, and she's gonna give it a little. Neums.
Yeah, come on in.
She opens the door and comes in. What wretched mechanical sight does she behold?
None. Newman's just sitting at his desk. Couple tinkering things here and there, but nothing. He's not necessarily doing anything. It just looks like he was just doing some reading.
Okay. She almost looks surprised that he's like only doing little tinkering things, but she walks over to him and just very sibling-like is just gonna stand behind him at his chair and then just kind of flops her chins on his shoulder. And she's gonna just be like, how you feeling?
Feeling stressed.
Fair.
I feel like it doesn't matter how much we prepare, there'll always be something that will catch us off guard. I've just been sitting here thinking and I'm just lost. I don't think I can do anything right now.
I don't know. She stands up. I was actually going to come in and ask how, because we talked about it the other day, if your feelings had changed, but that kind of answers the question, huh?
Yeah. I'm confident, but we'll just have to see what happens and adapt, I guess. Because, there's not too much, like I said, that we can kind of prepare for. We know a couple of things, we've prepared a couple of things, but at this stage, I think we've got everything that we can get, and we've done everything that we can do, so...
Yeah, no, it's... I know, it just feels so big. Because I was thinking, again, we've talked about this, but when you get down to it, Taven, he's not the source of all our issues, but he's the source of most of them. Most of us. And she kind of...
You go.
Oh, I was just going to say, she looks a little contemplative for a second. And then she goes, well, Anya the least. her issues stem. Actually, Neumann, don't tell Anya I did this, but so she I looked up that war that happened, that the war, because I didn't know anything about it. I'd only heard rumors about it, and I wanted to know more about it. And Anya never mentions it. And there was this dude. Why does no one talk about the fact that dude named Conrad became a god? He was alive 10 years ago. And there's a woman teaching magic in Durham who used to travel with him. Like when he was a person. And there's a politician here that used to travel with him. It's wild. And Anya, I'm rambling again because I'm stressed.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know too much of that either, actually. But yeah, no, that's fairly interesting. Maybe that's something we can pursue after this is all over. Maybe we can do an investigation. Maybe write a book about it.
Into a 10-year-old war.
I'm sure there's plenty on there, but
yeah.
I reckon I can put a dramatic twist on and everything.
Oh, I think you definitely could. There's probably, I don't know. The book I read about it, which is by that teacher in Durham, she I know she talked about the group they were traveling with, and I don't know, I got some vibes from a couple of them. Maybe you could write a romance novel about them.
My thoughts exactly.
It's the best
drama.
A robot? I don't know. He had weird vibes.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, look, yeah, I'd love to hear more of these kind of people. Do I talk to Anya about it? But you told me not to talk to Anya about it.
Look, Anya doesn't like talking about it. She's never spoken about it with me. She just kind of mentioned it offhandedly when, you guys were, helping us fight the Lich that first time we met. And God, remember when we fought a Lich the first time we met? And now we're fighting another Lich. Oh my God. I don't know. It's just, I wanted to know more about it, so I looked it up. I don't know if Anya wants me to know about it, so that's why I said don't look up. It's one of those things I did that I'm maybe not super proud of. It's fine. I'm sure if you asked Anya, she'd be happy to disclose more of it.
We'll see, but it's not top of my list of priorities at the moment. Mine would be, definitely an issue at hand. It's something I've been working towards for a very long time, and something I'd like to see done. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm not able to think of anything right now, because it's the only thing on my mind.
Yeah. It's, I haven't really been able to stop thinking about it either.
How are you feeling about it?
Again, for so long I blamed every issue I had on Taven, and that's not accurate, but it is more accurate to say that a lot of the issues in my life stem from the fact that he happened.
That's what I tell myself quite a fair bit. I think that's fairly justified.
Yeah,
now, I'm not sure if they'll all go away if he was no longer in charge, but at least the majority of the responsibilities and the damage that he's done can start healing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not naive enough to think that, we kill him and suddenly, there aren't gonna be fascists anymore, but, it's... You chop off the head, the body slowly dies.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll have lots to deal with afterwards as well. I'm not sure it'll be a smooth transition, and I'm still a little bit concerned about our dragon friend.
Look...
artifact of power and all that jazz. So, look, I'm sure I'll have to keep an eye on him, and...
Yeah.
A lot to do, but this is all we should be focusing on right now.
The big thing.
And I'm assuming you didn't come in here to just talk about Anya's little war stories and past and such like that.
No,
Were you just checking in, or is there something that you want to talk about?
I just wanted to check in. After we talked the other day, I've always known this has been as big for you as it is for me. It's big for everyone. Like I said, Anya, out of everyone, Anya has the least personal stake in this, and her stake is still pretty damn personal. Taven's the reason all that stuff happened with Rook, all the stuff has happened with us. Anya has a big stake in it, and it's boggling to think how much of our lives are going to change tomorrow.
But yeah, I'm not necessarily thinking about afterwards. Like like I said earlier, there's some things I'd like to chase up on, but yeah, again, if I start thinking about after, I might be missing sight of what's happening during. So I just want to make sure we do this right. I just want to make sure we all walk away from this.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, you will get that after, yeah?
Oh yeah,
all
absolutely. I'd rather we all walk away rather than the mission being completed, to be honest. I'd rather our group stick together and yeah, I don't know, I just don't want to lose anyone. And we've come close with some of the recent fights, so I'm just a little nervous.
But we're stronger now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
Stronger, better. We spent all day training, you know? One day of training, that's enough, right?
I'll be honest, I think it was less about training and more about showing off after the training that everyone's been doing. So
Ross thinks back on how she watched Sam and Anya literally murder each other. And she's like, yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, everyone had something to bring, which was good. And also worked together pretty well. So that's kind of the best I was hoping for.
We're a team.
Exactly.
Proper team.
The best team, even.
I mean, we've already saved the world once. What's the second time?
Exactly.
And she puts both hands on either side of his big fuzzy face and she gives him a little kiss on the forehead.
All right.
She says, I love you, Nooms.
I love you too.
So, any other evening notes to cover?
I think once Rook is kind of like winded down in training with Anya and the others, she's going to hunt down Roya for a conversation.
Yeah. Find her easily enough with the other Ganassi.
Oh, excellent. Oh, hey, Roya.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm fine.
It's nice to see you get along well with these folks.
Well, I mean, they might not be our people, but they're our people.
That's true. Similar enough. Say, did you want to stay with them tonight, or did you want to come into Birdie's Rent Mansion and, hang with us for the final night before the battle? Whatever's up to you.
I think I need one more night with these people. Then from there we'll
No, of course,
we'll look
of
to
course.
the future.
Of course, that'll be.
Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, actually, I figured, could I have just a quick word?
Yeah, sure.
So they just like walk a short distance away, and then Rook will just kind of like sit down beside a tree or a rock or some kind of shelter. And she'll be like, So Royer, I remember the Capris, your parents were artists. What exactly did you want to be when you were younger?
I always liked the way some of the seers were in touch with the land. I liked that, being able to be one with it, to see it, and to their knowledge of the flames that nourished the earth as much as they destroyed. The flames of rebirth, and the flames of sustaining.
I see. I think you fit into that role well. I'm sorry that I can't guide you into the seer role as much as some of the others could have.
I think I'm getting close to the point where I can help my own journey on that front. So I'm getting a few pointers from the fire speakers of these folk.
That's so good to hear. My tribe never crossed paths with them very much when I was around, but it's really nice that we've got some similarities and we can have a bit more connection now.
Yeah.
And hey, I hope that after tomorrow, you can continue to grow and hone these crafts. You're going to be a truly wonderful seer. I can tell.
I hope so.
How are you feeling about tomorrow? Big battle uncommon.
I don't know how to feel. These were the people who took our home from us. I want to do what I can, but I want to make sure that I'm being smart about it. I don't want to put my efforts in the wrong place, you know?
That's a smart way to think about it. I was worried I was going to have to caution you to take more care. Because it's true, you've got a right to this, to want to do your part and avenge the people that killed the rest of our tribe. And remember, when the tribe was struck down, you were told to run. And that's our way, because we cherish our ancestors, but we also cherish our young. How can we grow and create and become strong if we don't protect our young? So that's what you've got to do. You got to look after yourself. And I'm not asking you to run, not unless you want to, but because you're strong and you can fight if you've got to and if you want to, but you can't throw yourself against someone like Taven. Would you be willing to go against some of the outskirt forces while we take on the bastard himself?
I'll do what I can to help.
You're gonna do great.
Thanks. I'm sure you will too.
Oh, I'm gonna try my damn hardest. That lich is not gonna be moving one inch after tomorrow.
No.
That. But no. I just had to. I had to check on you tonight, okay? You have
Thank
your
you.
rest. You you hang out with these companions
Yeah.
before the night tomorrow, and we're gonna do great, Roy. She kind of clasps her arm, gives a little squeeze.
Thanks.
I'll see you when this is all over, okay?
That's a promise?
That's a promise.
Okay. So that Roya returns to the Ganassi and you return to the mansion. Any last moments before we call it a long rest?
So I'll pop in quickly. So we did a bunch of training after the fun little gauntlet run, I guess. Bertie would have spent quite a lot of time doing a lot of more like hardcore training because he's trying to get used to just wielding a sword again. And he probably would have done I imagine Mitch would have done a fair amount of training with Kharas as well. Just going over a couple of different training drills because they have slightly different ways of doing things now. Since they were reunited a couple of days ago, at best. But yeah, at a certain point though, Bertie will, when things kind of like start to wind down, he kind of like goes and just finds a little spot for himself in the garden of the fake mansion, I guess. And he's going to cast a couple of sendings. So the first one, he's not expecting a response either. This is just, and like if anyone's observing this he's very private while he's doing this. And first up, he kind of like just paces a fair bit and then just sort of wrings his wrists for a bit and then reaches his hand up to his earring to expend one of the charge of sending. And so first off, he sends a message to Marigold, who's one of his staff at his shop back in Durham. And his message is, "Hey Marigold, I should totally be done with my holiday soon, so keep the store ticking over. And if not, well, you'll be good, okay?" And then he kind of like feels that magical connection stretch out across the earth and then settle and take hold. And then he snaps it and lets go of it. And then like takes a couple of beats and then just kind of just paces again a little bit, puts his hands on his hips for a moment and just like sighs for a long bit. And then puts his hand back up to the ear again, and he says, and he sends a message to Bianca, and he says, "Hey Bianca, it's me. I just wanted. Thanks again for how you were. I understand it. Maybe later we can talk. Stay safe." And he feels that ping out. I imagine she probably doesn't respond. But yeah, but he feels that magic stretch out. And then he snaps it again after a moment as he sends that. And then he kind of just sort of like places his fingers a bit and just kind of looks around the garden, and then he's like, "One more. Okay, let's do this." Okay, and then he's also very quickly going to go and find Caius eventually before the end of the night, because that's an inevitability at this point. But yeah, so I don't know whether they might, if they sleep together again tonight, they might be getting ready for that or something, but he will, that's up to Mitch. But if that's the case, a little bit further along in like Buddy's current narrative for this evening, he might just sort of like while he's like trying to like he's laying out all of his like weaponry and his armor on the floor, very methodically. He kind of just like stands up and again puts his hands on his hips and just like takes a long look over everything, and then looks over at Kharas. He's like, "How are you feeling about tomorrow?"
Well, well, that's the question, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we've all done things like this before. But again, not really. So
Yeah.
I guess oh, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I suppose.
That's it. Well, either way, what happens, we'll sort it out. And yeah, this is the most we can do, I guess. All the training and all of that. This is the sum of it. One last fight. So.
One last fight.
Yeah. And he kind of steps in a bit closer to Kharas and just like touches him on like the wrist. And then he's like, "Thank you for being here with me for this."
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
I'm the same here, honestly. You've heard this before, but you know, I feel better when I'm with you, and I'm a better person too. So, I think. When we're together, things will be good. We'll keep everyone safe. We'll keep each other safe, and well, you know, I didn't belong anywhere for most of my life, and that changed a lot about me. As I've said a lot, I cover a lot of what I thought and I did, and it's funny, I guess, thinking about it now, just before we're about to go into it all. I didn't trust anyone because everyone would leave back in the day, or let me down, or screw me over. So I did the same to them, and now I've got a family, and friends even, and I've got you, so long alone, I started to finally worry about someone that just wasn't me, someone who just wanted to leave again for his own good then and for other people, but you came back. And we found out who we wanted to be together, and all I want to be is with you. So, one last fight, and then all bets are off, and we can do whatever we like. I think it'll be good. Do you trust me?
Forever and always.
He like flushes like pink a bit, and then he's like, forever and always. Let's get okay, a kiss. On. That's the end of that scene.
Okay. So, I believe that covers everything people would be likely to want to cover in the evening. And you're all...
Really quickly, just before Kharas goes to bed, Kharas is just going to just sort of like duck off to the loo or something or other. And he's just sort of wandering around. Just sort of looking at the decor and the architecture, and he's just going to hop outside very quickly, sort of find a nice little patch of grass and take a seat, and just sort of play around with the grass a little bit, and then he's going to try and sit more cross-legged, which is very difficult to him because he has thick thighs, but he does manage after a little while, and he's just going to sort of close his eyes and then sort of open one a little bit, and then really squint, both eyes shut again, like he's really trying to concentrate. And he'll just be quiet for a moment and just say, my lady, I don't know if this... Well, I don't know if you can hear me. Just wanted to let you know. Firstly, hi, it's Kharas. We spoke earlier. I'm sure you're aware that tomorrow's going to be a thing. I don't really know what's going to happen, but regardless, I wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity to spend a couple of days with my friends. I don't know if there's a word limit on this, so I think I'll just stop talking. Have a nice night. If you have... Bye. And he'll sort of get up and kind of brush himself off and sort of toddle back into the house.
Alright. So, with that, you all take your long rest and awake in the morning. And is there any last minute preparations that folks want to do in the morning? Any, Caius, I suspect I know who it's going to go to, but your end of rest allocation?
Yes, it's Sam. No, it's 100% going through to Bertie.
Yes. Alright. Anything else folks want to cover in the morning before heading back to New Arcadia to fight?
Yes. Yes. So I imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie, but I'd imagine probably they spend the night together, and they probably just spend some time just talking about just random things about each other, just random things that they like and dislike, and little events that have happened in their past before eventually going to sleep in each other's arms.
I think they most likely were talking a lot of just casual nothings, I guess. Nothing of heavy weight, but just sharing parts of each other that there hasn't really been time or a chance to quite late into the night before falling asleep together. Yes. And when Rook wakes up, she'll probably wake up to Anya having sort of sat up, and weirdly enough, Anya has cast Gust on her hands to sort of make these makeshift gloves, and is playing with Rook's hair, and has been for the past couple of hours since she rose early.
Adorable, your girl would never.
And when she sort of hears Rook stirring, she's like, good morning.
Morning. You sleep well?
Better than in a very long time.
I'm glad to hear it.
How did you sleep?
No nightmares. It was great.
I'm glad. She leans down and presses like a gentle kiss to Rook's forehead. She's like, big day.
Big day. I'm glad we're together and we had that night at least. Here. This is maybe a bit weird, but I'm gonna try to talk to my mom. Do you mind just being in the room?
Of course. Of course, Rook. I would be honored.
Thank you. It's not her soul. It's a great amount of essence of her. She was really talented in the way of the ancestral guardian. So now her spirit lies with me now, and for so long I've been trying to contact her, and this is the second time that I'm gonna talk to her. But I think before this battle, I gotta let her know.
I know that that if she is anything like me, that she's proud of you.
Thank you. And then I guess Rook will slowly extract herself from Anya, give her a hand a squeeze, and then kind of go about the room, setting up the spell. She gets out her brazier. I blanked on the word. This dark black brazier, and probably gets some ash and starts making symbols on it, and then before just sitting calmly before it. And slowly this smoke will rise from it, and it'll take all of the very vague kind of flickery form of her mother, which you can very vaguely see when she calls forward the spirits. That's probably a little bit more apparent. She's this strong woman, strong nose, mane of hair. And she just takes this smoky form. She'll go, "Hi, Mom."
Hello, my child.
It's so good to hear your voice. I think you heard before from me how sorry I am for what happened to you, and that I couldn't contact you sooner. And I've had so many questions about what happened, what I could have done differently, but I think after all this time...
Look not to the past, but to the future. Revere the past where it helps, but use it to move to a greater future.
You're right. I don't think it's helped nothing all these years. Just being guilty about what's happened and what I could have done. I don't think I even want to know exactly how you died. But I wanted to let you know that I am going to kill the people who did it, and I'm going to stop them from being able to do anything similar to anyone else ever again. And I guess I wanted to ask you, how do you want them dead?
Anya is sweating. Understandable.
The flames are seen to purify and to cleanse corruption and burn away undeath within our teachings.
Burn them? Sure. I can do that gladly. You have my word, he will be burnt to ash. But my second question is, what should I do for Royer? How can I care for her? And I've got to thank you again for letting me know that there was someone out there other than me.
Teach her our ways. Let her commune with the spirits of those past. Through us, she will learn her path, much as you have learned yours. Of course, you've been so helpful. And she's already growing so strong, I think she's going to have a great path ahead of her. I'll do all I can to support her. And also, Mom, I wanted to introduce you to someone. This is Anya. She is so dear to me. And she's one of the reasons why I've come as far as I have.
Anya, she kind of walks over from where she was and kneels in front of the entity that is Rook's mum. And she kind of bows her head a little bit. And she's like, it is truly an honor not only to meet you, but to even be in the presence of someone who raised someone so wonderful and important to me. I hope that we can do you proud today.
I have no doubt that you will.
Rook just kind of turns to Anya and is like, if you met her in real life, she would have called you a big old sucker. but thank you.
Anya just kind of chuckles nervously and she's like, sorry, it is hard to know how to make a good impression on anyone for me, let alone someone so important who has already passed the veil, so...
No, you're fine. I'm sorry that I've kind of sprung a lot on you here.
Anya just sort of looks a little bit embarrassed, and just like takes one of Rook's hands, gives it a squeeze.
Rook gives her a reassuring squeeze.
Slowly, the ashes begin to descend, dissolving from the form of your mother back down into the brazier. It is still radiating a warmth, but the spirit is no longer active. For now.
Rook kind of just takes a deep breath. There we go. I think she'd be happy with how everything's gone in the end. And I think she'd approve of you. You know, I admit, I haven't thought about it much, but she could be really annoying. She was bossy ass. Maybe you'd grate each other, but in the end, she'd be proud of all of this.
When she was here, I could feel a bit of the magic, and she feels like warmth, and she feels like love, and she feels like you.
That's very true.
I think we would have gotten along just fine. After all, if there's something I've learned, it's that the mutual love of another will heal many wounds.
That's true. I loved her, and I love you, and I still wish things could have been different, but I'm glad I'm at the place that I'm at now.
You deserve for things to have gone a different way, but I am honored to be counted among those that you have loved in your life. And I love you too.
I love you too. Thank you for everything. She kind of gives her a hug. And she's definitely very teary-eyed throughout all of this.
Anya, when she pulls back from the hug, which is likely a long one and a firm one, like comforting firm, not like agitated firm. She pulls back and she strokes Rook's cheek with her hand. She's like, now let's go kill this fucking asshole and be done with it.
Absolutely.
Right. So, any final reveals or activations that people want to do before heading back to New Arcadia?
I got a quick one. So Caius, you would notice something about Bertie first because you wake up with him. And first off, I guess I've mentioned it before, but as we know, Anya doesn't just sleep, she waits. Elves don't sleep, but Bertie sort of sleeps. After his upbringing around so many non-elves and Deosil for so long, working so hard, he sort of sleeps, more for comfort than anything, closer to a sleep than a trance. And mostly for comfort and to be close to people he's passed only moments with before, and now just one man, maybe for a very long time indeed. So anyway, Bertie sleeps, sort of. And for maybe a few moments, he lingers asleep longer than you do. unless Kaius doesn't sleep at all, by which case I presume he has, because go long rest. But yeah, just a few moments longer than you do. But he has changed. No long red hair splayed across the blankets anymore. Now blue again, but softer, more pink. The earrings you gifted him more than a year ago blossomed into roses, and there are flowers everywhere around you, pink and blue, a spring season, cool like winter, but spring. And when he wakes up, for a moment after that, as you realize, his eyes, again, still the blue hair, his eyes are now pink. Again, a spring season, cool and warm all at once. That's all you notice. Everyone will notice that soon. Kaius just gets to notice it first because they slept together.
In that brief moment where Bertie is still asleep, Kaius just kind of like looks over and does a little bit of a double take, and then kind of like propped up on his elbows for a little bit, and then just kind of slowly and quietly lowers himself back down and just kind of rolls over to sort of stare at Bertie's face for a while.
And then, I guess when he wakes up, he opens his eyes, and he's usually quite jumpy when he wakes up, but he's just calm when he wakes up. And then he kind of like blinks a bit and those eyes are again that kind of like galaxy sort of starry pink that they were first when you cleared the purge Zorf into Thara for him back in DSL. You were the first person to notice, I believe. And then he kind of just blinks a bit, looks around, like kind of like just slides his gaze around for a moment and then slides back at you. He's like, "Oh, good morning."
Yes, it is.
Excellent. And then he kind of like presses his forehead against Kaius's forehead, and then for a moment, and he's like, "You ready to go kill some horrible fascist guy, I guess?"
Well, I mean, don't forget that he's bald.
Yes, he's bald, so it'll be good.
Always down.
Well, absolutely. Come on, let's as much as I'd like to be here forever, let's go make brekkie.
You all have breakfast, have your realizations that Bertie's hair has changed yet again. And gradually make your final preparations to return to the Ganassi and then head back to New Arcadia. And as you do, the Ganassi roar into battle as they siege the city, providing the distraction and the call that you need to get Taven out from his comfy little lair. So, what are you folks doing to get to said lair?
So everything is now happening, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Kaius would like to take a quick second to look around, turn to the rest of the group and say, "So, what's the plan?"
Oh yeah, you didn't actually do that. Damn. Plan. What's the plan, everyone?
Anya
Things?
laughs briefly, and she's like, "The plan is to kill him. I don't know how much preparation you're all comfortable with, or you all need. All I know is that regardless of action, I trust you all. I love you all. And I believe that we will do this. Which I know is not the plan that you are looking for, Kharas, but it is the plan that I am going with. He's also bad against fire, so I'm going to cast a spell on my arrows before we head in. But
Yes, fire
like,
if you have it.
Oh yeah. Charges off his sword with fire.
I'll be at the forefront, and Rook summons her axe. Says, otherwise, protect the healers, don't get too split apart, and, well, look out for each other and take them down.
Yeah. Should be good. Don't forget we got the earrings, so he might do something to jam, but be careful when you order it. It'll be fun. This will be good. I believe in all of you, and we'll do it. Now, I'm good at hitting things good. Probably not as good as you, Rook, or you, Kharas. But if there's a lot of enemies, I can probably get into them more, I guess. To be very technical about it. So let me know. Holler if you need that. That's my plan, I guess.
I'll do what I can from range and support where I can.
We've got him out of his comfort zone, bringing him out into the open air, so what Rook said, really try not to spread out, but also don't bunch up. And I'll be on support. I'll try and help out however I can and try and get him some sort of disadvantage.
I'll do what I can.
We got this, yeah?
We got this.
We've got this.
We've killed a god! What's a guy? What's a guy after you've killed a god, you know?
So Newman's going to butt in and say, so let's just take this step by step. How do we want to get there? Should we teleport or should we fly?
I think if we can fly, that's going to be the use of a lesser resource, in theory, than a teleport will.
Alright, so yeah, Neumann will throw out his little dragon totem on the ground, which will expand into the dragon body, and Zoot will plop himself in the head slot, and he'll say, all aboard.
Alright.
All aboard!
Right.
Okay, all aboard. Here we go.
Alright.
Good luck, all.
I think this time we need to be nice and visible. Get Taven to see us.
Dramatic entrance.
Out of
Always.
curiosity, are we bringing along a second flying creature?
Oh,
I believe that is up to...
I don't know, Mitch.
that is-
Are we?
Because he's just been chilling at the...
Kharas has 100% brought out all
We're bringing out Ted Theodore Logan, the horse, the Pegasus.
If no one has objected in any way possible, he will be coming along with us.
Hell yeah.
Also, it should be noted that unless anyone has specifically requested that hat back, he still looks like a donkey.
Flying donkey.
Incredible. Taven's
Make
gonna be
him
so
look like a
intimidated.
person and sit on the dragon.
now remember, he
That's
only
incredible.
looks like a donkey. He's still technically Pegasus size, so
That doesn't
him
matter.
being on the donkey would
Darby, I'm trying to
displace-
help you with searching for minis. Take the
Teddy
win
is
on this
here.
one.
Excellent.
Do I have-
If this horse
yes.
looks like a guy,
There we
it's going to
go.
look incredible when Caius rides him into battle on shoulders like a kid at a carnival.
True, yes.
Alright. So,
So Caius would be riding Theodore. I don't know if anyone else would be on as well. But...
You could have one other person with you on Theodore.
Oh yeah,
Caius asks the question to everyone, but looks at Bertie.
It's like, oh, does anyone else want to go around try to Teddy right now?
Anya jokingly sort of steps forward and she's like, yes, of course I would. No, take Bertie. And like shoves Bertie forward.
Oh, what, me? Oh, well, if you insist, yes, okay, we'll be aerial support. This will be good. I can fly anyway, so this will help if anything happens. And Bertie's like, oh, and then just scurries like right next to Caius again, because for some reason he just feels safer around Caius for multiple reasons.
Crazy. Caius is also going to reach into the saddlebag and pull out a little amulet that's a little rusty. It's old. It's got a little bit of magic on it, and hands it to Bertie and says, "This is well, just for any passengers as a safeguard."
Oh, okay. Like a seatbelt, like a fantasy seatbelt.
I don't. Sure.
It looks nice.
Well, it's incredibly old. I've just never used it. It's a little token thing. Apparently, if you fall off, it will stop you from crashing into the ground.
Oh, that's a bonus. Yeah, no,
yes.
Thank you.
No, I've had one for a while actually. I pulled it out when we were on the airship a long time ago, and
oh yeah,
never
that's
really
right.
used it.
Man,
so it's just sort of been in a saddlebag.
Well, it only half smells of horse, so it's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it works.
It'll be good. Pleasure to be your co-passenger.
Caius, quickly before you two lift off,
Yes.
Can I trade Bertie for my haversack, please?
I'm not taking that haversack with me instead of Bertie, if that's what you're asking.
I want it back. That is what I am asking. Please.
Well, that's a relief to hear. It's a pretty good haversack. I should know.
Yes, I guess. Right, and we'll sort of take it off, which he's like very diligently like done up all the straps and everything to fit his body. And he'll sort of take it off and pass it over.
Sorry, he was a gift from a close friend. I'm sure that friend can arrange one for you after the battle.
Oh no, it's fine. It was just very nice to be able to carry things without constantly be weighed down by them all.
Is your things in here?
Oh, actually, yes. I did put
it. Put it back on. You can keep it for the fight. It is fine. I have a regular pack.
Oh no, it's all good.
No, Caius. After the battle.
Oh, okay.
I thought if I might need to, it's fine.
He's gonna put it back on.
And Bertie would feel like an exasperated ruffling of his hair from just a ominous gust of wind.
Bertie just like sneezes for some reason. And just like flattens and pats his hair back down again.
Stay safe.
So,
Same to you.
as you fly towards the center of the city, how are you approaching this?
I guess, like, is it like some citadel, or is it just another one of those portals, or...
Yeah, Darby, explain what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So, what you are seeing as you fly towards the center of the city, you actually see that the city is concave in that the outer areas are the taller and more built up, and as you get to the center, the city reaches a low point where the buildings are no larger than a shack or an outhouse, and there are 8 of them in a circle. You see combat breaking out between the Ganassi and the Mage Slayers and Wizards, and you focus in on making your way through to the city's center. And as you do, and you see this figure emerging from one of the buildings at the center, that you all, to various extents, recognize that this figure must be Taven Sirag. Can I get you all to roll initiative?
Everyone.
Fuck.
Rook got 18.
Ross got a 24. Mitch, what was that reaction? No, not in that 20. Ross is a +7. Mitchell, what is that face?
Got a new set of dice from my sister. I've just rolled them for the first time. And I got a natural 1.
Oh.
So
that is a total of 8.
Anya got a 12.
I got a 19, I believe. It's disappeared on me, but yeah. Yep, there it is.
Funnily enough, but he got an 11.
Oh, you should
Bodes well. Yeah, that's alright. Hey, this is just going a bit slow, I guess.
Okay, Ross, you won initiative.
I was not expecting this. Okay. So we're riding in on a dragon. Like, massive dragon, right? Okay, I'm assuming we left pretty early in the day. Like the sun's behind us. We're all lit up. Ross has got her flaming red hair that isn't actually flames, but could be in the sunlight blowing behind her. And as the dragon turns and Taven Sirag comes into view, and he locks eyes with us and says, "You." I'm assuming Zoot Suit probably lands, but Ross isn't even going to get off of Zoot Suit. She's actually going to stand up and kind of climb up his neck a little bit and stand there like a Pride Rock scenario where she's just going to look Taven dead at the eyes and she goes, and she's going to say, what? Us? Oh, weren't you expecting the headline to your obituary to turn up today? You big, bald piece of shit. And that's vicious mockery. Just to get us started. Yes! I want disadvantage. Well, I want him to get the disadvantage. Yes. Wisdom 22. I know he's a wizard.
He also has advantage, so that cancels out, I believe. So that's going to be a 25.
Oh well. Well, okay. That saves. Yes, because she doesn't have anything like potent cantrip like other characters I do have. But she just wanted to insult him mostly, so that's her first move.
Okay.
And her second move is, cause he needs it. Yeah, she's gonna look up at Caius and Bertie flying in on the Pegasus, and she's gonna go, oh, and there's the main stars, aren't they? Get 'em, boys! And that's bardic inspiration to coin flip. Would have been good to have a coin. To Bertie.
Thank you.
So D12 plus 2.
Okay. So next in the initiative, you all hear coming in from a distance this of footsteps as you notice appearing around this area a creature that you recognize as one of the Mage Slayer beasts. The prey. And at this stage, we're not going to actually be able to do much. They're just going listening, so they're all just going to kind of roar out. Nothing else they can really do. Neumann, it's your go.
Cool. How far away are those Mage Slayer beasts?
From you, they are about 40 feet away.
30 and 40 feet. In range. That doesn't really work. Cool. So Neumann is going to cast web on those Mage Slayer beasts, if you can, please.
Okay, what is the range?
60 feet range. 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. So you could.
Yep.
I think you're going to be restricted to 1. I think just with the distance. Let me check.
1's better than none.
I think there are 2 that are close enough that you're going to get to if you want. Central one here.
We'll go for the combo, please.
Yeah. All right. So, both have advantage on the saving throw. What is
That's
the
fine.
DC?
Dexterity 21.
Dexterity 21. All right. So for the reverser, that's a natural 20 for a 20. And for Sirag, a natural 19.
That saves. Excellent. And for a bonus action, don't believe there's much he can do at this stage, so if it's allowed, he will take a potion. Can Neumann please have... I believe it was... You gain the maximum number of hit points for any die you spend. Yeah, no, I guess he's just gonna take a potion of... Nah, it's not worth it. He'll just, he just won't do anything with his bonus action. Hide or dodge. He'll go with the dodge action.
Okay.
Cool.
Sam.
No. Zoot. Yeah, sorry. Zoot doesn't get to come out very often, so I just want to make sure he gets his turn. So, yeah, Zoot's going to go straight for the Radiant Breath. And if he can position himself to hit both Sirag and one of the Mage Slayers, if possible.
I need to read. So the Mage Slayers are immune to Radiant.
Excellent.
So I need to... This, yeah, this is technically a effect, so he does.
The DC isn't much, it's just a DC 16 dexterity. Okay, cool. Alright, so that is 33 radiant damage. 33, yeah, fairly mixed rolls there. And yeah, no, that's it. And because, yeah, the Mage Slayer is immune, doesn't take any damage.
Sammy's gonna say, who needs to get down?
Yeah, I'm going down.
I'd like to go down.
Neumann, if it's okay with you, I'll stay up here for now.
No worries. I can get down myself.
Right, I'm on it, and she'll charge in. She will on her turn.
Is going. Alright, I've got a new clothes, you do the rest.
Absolutely.
Bardic Inspiration. So from Sam, that is a D10. And that is his turn. And it is rather conveniently your go.
Fantastic. Okay, so how close am I to Taven? Am I right on him?
Yeah, so you would be able to reach him. He's only really hovering at this point. So
Very cool, very cool. Okay, so Rook will look up to him and be like, Taven Sirag, you've killed so many good people. For what? For this power? And then she will, from the braces of Nordril around her arms, she'll slowly catch fire into a big blaze, and she'll say, and then she gestures out to all the fighting from the fire genasi all about the city and says, well, look at all this fire around you. It's all coming for you. And the blue and purple and orange flames of her ancestral guardians all emerge as she rages as a bonus action and just yells at him.
all right.
And gets right up in his face. And
Yeah.
that's my go.
Do you not have an action to?
My action was Investiture of Flame.
Ah, yes. All right.
Yes, so that's been done
Yes.
now.
Okay. Now the burning, that's on his turn, isn't it?
Yes,
like-
he's going to get...
Okay. At the top or end of?
At the top.
At the top of his turn?
Yes,
Okay.
if he starts in there, he will get 1d10 fire damage.
Well, it is his turn.
So he gets 7 damage.
All right. Except no, he gets 14 because it's fire damage. vulnerable to. All right. Okay, so he is going to, on his turn, yeah, so he's gonna start with a he's gonna invoke a curse on you, Rook. I'm going to say, you will die like the rest of your people. Can you roll me a constitution saving throw?
Okay. I get advantage on this because it's within 5 feet. Okay. That's a 25. Ooh. Nice try.
Then I don't think any of these are bonus actions. So that is.
In that case, I will invoke a Mage Slayer, and I will attack him for casting within 5 feet of me.
He has not cast a spell.
Oh, it's not a spell? Never mind. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, all of the speaking spells, there is something that I need. Okay. He's fine on that front. Okay. Next is you all hear this horrid gnash to bias. So, each creature. So, make a wisdom saving throw. But for now, it is not going to do much of anything because, again, nothing really at a range. Anya, it is your go.
Dang it, Darby. Sorry, I was looking through. Who's next in initiative?
Next is Bertie.
Next is Bertie. Can I drop Anya down to be after Bertie?
Yes, I'll allow that.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So, Bertie.
Me. I will check with Mitch because he's also technically in charge of Teddy, presume.
Yes.
Oh, well, Bertie will, I'm prepared to attack. So Bertie will kind of shift a bit. He grimaces, you can feel him kind of tensing. Probably and he's got his sword raised.
You
and
are
he's
just, I will say you are just within range of the nullifier, so I will need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, Kharas can probably very easily tell the second that these creatures start coming on. Bertie is very, very, very tense. Oh, okay. So wisdom saving throw, was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. 25.
Yeah. No, you are fine.
I rolled a 10 and then went.
You remember how paralyzing and frightful this action was last time you were there, and you think, no, I've got this. I'm not going to let these things get the best of me again and push through.
he tenses up, quite a bit. And for a moment, as we're like flying through the air, like there's a couple of like petals floating back behind him, and they just like burst into flame for a moment as he just tenses and pushes past that fear effect. And he just raises the sword wall, and then just like with like a hand on like Caius's shoulder at that point, like whenever you're ready, and I'll prepare to attack with my sword, basically.
Okay. So who are you preparing to attack?
Whatever's closest. My trigger is whenever I get closest to something that I want an enemy, I will attack.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, I think I'm going to use the first legendary actions. I think I'm going to... Everyone make me a wisdom saving throw, please. This includes Zoot Zoot and...
Caius, you get a +6 to whatever you roll.
And you get a +5.
Oh, babe.
Now, just to double check with Savoury Symbol Zoot, his wisdom is just 10. So
that would be a +0.
+0 to his saving throw? Yeah, I thought so. Cool. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Is this a charm effect, and is this a spell?
It is not a charm effect, it is not a spell.
Neumann will be using his Artificer inspiration on Zoot to give him a +7.
So,
32.
26. Oh!
– 14.
26 for Neumann and a 25 for Zoot.
I used an expenditure of lucky as well as an expenditure of peerless skill, and that made it a 30.
I got a 22.
you are very, very... Actually, no, wait. You're close enough to Sam that you have his range.
Oh, thanks.
Gives you a +5 to your save, which is enough. But Sam's would be for Rook because.
Oh, good. Okay.
So Anya, you take 11 points of psychic damage and are frightened of Taven.
Cool. Remind me what that would mean specifically.
So the
Is it just she can't move closer?
Yes, you cannot move
Cool.
closer.
Yep.
Is it voluntarily closer? So let's say if Zoot flew closer, that'd be okay?
Yeah, cool. She's on Zoot, so...
Yeah.
Just quickly, is Anya within 30 feet of Rook? Oh, okay. The spirits try to get to you, but you're a bit far away.
Is Anya within 30 feet of Caius? You're immune to fear. Caius's aura of courage bolsters everyone's mentality.
Anya, she's can sort of feel the energy radiating off Taven, and she feels this feeling of fear within her. And then she hears behind her Caius most likely whispering words of comfort to Teddy, and she's like, actually, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
Anya's go?
Yes.
Cool. Anya, she taps the earrings and she's like, I'm about to try something I've never tried before, but I've been able to do for a while. I thought if there's any time, it will be now, and let us all pray that it just doesn't end up happening. And now I do have a question.
Yes.
With her sorcerer ability of planar summoning, would it count as a spell?
No, because it is an ability.
Damn it. Because I was going to see if she could use some sorcery points to make it a bonus action instead of an action, but that's fine. So Anya is going to, and sorry Darby, I've not prepared you for this whatsoever, but Anya is going to use 4 of her sorcery points, and next to Taven up on his little platform, and Ored, I don't know how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Which is a fae, is summoned. I have all of the stats up on another tab.
Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. They are a medium
Would you like me
creature.
to roll an initiative for it to drop into, or
we
will it
will.
work off my go?
Will.
Awesome. Now I've got to think about what I wanted to do for a bonus action, considering that wasn't a spell. She will... What does she have for bonus actions? This is... Okay. For her bonus action, she is going to... She's gonna hide.
Okay.
Not that she really needs it for like a sneak attack sake, but maybe it just means that she won't get like attacked. So that is what Anya is going to do, and you all see a fey-like fiery creature. This silvery sort of magic swirls right next to where Taven is, and this fey-like smoldering creature is summoned and appears in this sort of staticky, silvery thing.
Over the earrings for the crew, but it's like, oh, nice one! Bigger than a seahorse, too! Good job!
And if anyone has the... Zoot Zoot can probably hear Anya just whispering to herself, don't be Heffron, don't be Heffron, don't be Heffron. But it is not a fiend, so Darby it won't be.
Mini.
Now, Zoe, this is a humanoid, so feel free to roll on the hotness scale if you would like.
Of course. It's a 7.
Yeah.
Fire, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, did I roll at advantage? It's a 10.
Taven pauses like, damn.
Well, I think it's only appropriate then to incubus mini for it.
Yeah, well, I was tempted to summon an incubus, but then I was like, no, fire. So this big, sexy entity is summoned sentient beings, right? Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna like just swing in and on the fly create a character? Yeah, sure. They're very sort of lithe and beautiful, almost high fashion beautiful, genderless, an agender entity, they them pronouns. Sort of takes a look around the battlefield and is like, oh, this should be interesting. And they're going to firebolt at Taven.
All right. Roll to hit.
Yep. Hold on. I don't know much about this spell.
It is
actually,
1d10 fire.
I am going to change that actually. Retcon. So they are going to multi-attack. And they're going to fire touch twice and just sort of go up to Taven and just sort of shove him a couple of times.
Okay.
Laughing. I will roll dice. Hold on. I gotta tab into another thing to roll the dice, and then add the modifier after. Okay, so that is a 18 to hit on the first one.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Dang it. Okay, that's fine. And then they're going to attempt again and hope they roll better. Perfect. That's a 23 to hit for the second.
23 will also miss.
Oh, dang it. This wasn't very well thought out. That's fine. They just hang out.
Okay. And finally, Kharas' turn. Oh no, I forgot. There is one more Mage Slayer beast that shows up. One of the almost the quadrupedal canine-like creatures with the eyeball tail shows up, and I think this one actually has a ranged attack. It does, and so it is going to target from here. It's going to try to target Kharas with a mind bolt.
Well, that's annoying. Can I tell it firmly no?
You can, and that does seem to throw it off a little as it misses.
Excellent.
Sometimes
and then all it needs is a firm word.
Then it is your go.
Okay. Kaya shrugs because he's like, yeah, no, that absolutely worked exactly how he wanted it to. And... well, I guess we're on a Pegasus.
Yes.
There's a lot happening right now. But there is also a bald man in front of us.
Yes.
I think we're going to go dive bomb the bald man.
Okay. Now he is hovering up in the air, so it's not entirely a dive bomb, but it is...
Perfect. That's all good.
Yeah, but I believe the Pegasus has enough speed that you can get to him.
Yes. Does it have enough speed that we can also get away afterwards? We have a fly speed of 90.
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent.
Certainly.
We would like to do a passing strike and then circle back around again.
All right. So, roll to attack Bertie. I believe that also triggers your held attack.
It does. Together.
So, yes.
So Caius at this point has, in flying in and getting ready, has spent a large quantity of that time trying to pull a lance from the backpack which he has done and propped up to his shoulder, and is just charging headlong at Taven. Now, remind me again, is this first attack at disadvantage? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Yes, because of your natural one in initiative.
Yes, because he was distracted.
Yes.
Excellent. That was a natural one.
Okay.
Your dice.
So the first attack misses.
And I guess we're sort of like trying to control everything. And then he's gonna try and jab it in a little bit to try and like correct the lance as we're flying through, and trying to use the momentum of Felix to impact. And this one's not at disadvantage, is that correct?
This one is not, no.
This one is not. Excellent. That is good. That one, so that where is it? Lance. There it is. 33 to hit.
33 certainly hits.
Perfect. Here we go. So that is that, and I also deal additional radiant damage as well with my improved divine smite.
Alright. So how much damage does that end up as? You don't do any fire damage.
No. Kharas abhors fire damage.
Yes. Remind me, what kind of damage do you do?
So the first damage from the lance is just magical piercing.
Yep.
And then I deal an additional 1d8 radiant damage.
Okay, so that can all be rolled in together.
Excellent.
Are you doing any additional smiting with that?
No. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Not even a low level smite?
We'll put a level of smite in.
Okay.
A single level of smite.
Okay, so that becomes, I believe, 3 additional d8 because Taven is undead.
Yay. Okay. Oh, rolls above a 2. Let's go. That said, I rolled 2 2s and a 6, but there was 1 above 2, so we're happy. We're off to a slow start, but it's fine. So we've got 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And 12 points of magical piercing damage.
So 24 points of damage all told.
Yes.
Alright. And attack. Now
that is all of Caius's attacks.
Paladin, and we do Bertie's ready attacks.
Yeah, I imagine Bertie's probably sitting behind Kaius, I guess.
And then we can go back to
yeah. On
Teddy and any possible bonus action stuff that you have.
Oh, also Caius has very quickly mentioned to Bertie, as we're dive bombing in, just in case, get ready to grab the reins. Okay, here we go.
Oh! Excellent. So yeah, as Kaius has tried to like finagle the lance, as we sweep by, Bertie is. Kaius can feel the heat crackling, but that could just be from Bertie. On the sword that he has charged up, the sword that Kaius' sisters actually gave Bertie, and as we swing by, he does a fell swoop at Taven, and that is a 30 to hit.
30 certainly hits.
Yep. Okay, so and it's charged up. I've mentioned before it's charged up with a fire, so he's doing fire damage. So that's doubled, isn't it?
Yeah. So that will have to be separated out from any other damage types you are doing.
Awesome. So just a moment. So the non-fire damage will be hang on.
And don't forget the 3d6 from
yes, I get advantage because I have Kaius here right with me.
You don't get advantage, but you get the additional damage.
Yes, a sneak attack because I've got someone next to me. Cool.
Yes.
So the non-fire damage is about hang on, what was it again? I pre-rolled it. So the So 7 points of regular damage.
7 points
And then
of
fire
regular?
damage is doubled, yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then the 3d6 are also fire damage. And
Yeah.
that was how much? 9. Okay, just a moment. Alright, so on his first attack, Bertie does 110 points of damage.
Including that non-magical from before, or not including that
No,
non-magical?
not including that.
So the fire is
117 points of damage. Yeah, 110 fire, because it's doubled.
Crispy.
Already doubled, but yes.
Yeah.
So that blazes.
Yeah.
And then I have a second attack. So in that same time, so a 27 to hit.
27, that would hit, but he's gonna use a reaction shield, which brings
Okay.
his AC up to 29.
Cool. I was like, too slow. And then for bonus action,
You
What am I
don't get
gonna
a bonus
do?
action because it's not your turn, it's a
oh
held
yeah, that's
action.
right. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. That's fine. That's all I do then.
Because we are still on Kaya's turn, and
Yes,
he
yes,
gets
that's
a
all fine.
bonus action.
All good.
Yes. Kaius?
I don't really think he would do anything as a bonus action except
Okay.
just try and like steer Theodore back around to approximately where he was, so he's sort of like above
Okay.
the rest of the group.
Would it be maybe a little bit further away from the gnashing and gnawing sounds?
Maybe a little higher up.
Yep. Okay.
But
Yeah.
not like super high, just like
Yeah.
enough so they can't jump. Also, as we're like banking hard to come back, Felix is just gonna like kick out with one of its back hooves
Alright.
just to see if that does anything.
Yeah, roll to hit. The AC is 29.
No.
No.
He literally cannot hit that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I got a 20.
At the end of your turn, Taven is going to use another legendary action. Actually, notably, what is the radius of that? 20-foot radius. So I need... Yeah, I think I need everyone except for Sam and Rook to roll me a dexterity saving throw as that sheer amount of damage causes Taven to lose concentration on the delayed blast fireball he had prepped.
So you
Mine-
can't really counterspell that, can you?
No, because it's already been cast.
It's already casted.
Mine will come up as 14 on Beyond. However, Anya is proficient in dexterity, so it's actually a 21.
21. That will still be a failure for half damage for you, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, because it is a dex save. Ross?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a failure. Neumann?
Neumann got a 20. He'll keep that at 20.
Okay, that is a
Stage.
failure. Zoot
Yeah.
Suit?
Zoot got a 4, I believe.
That is certainly a failure.
Yeah, sorry, no, hang on. He got a 15, which isn't worth
Yeah, no.
adding the +7 to. So.
Caius?
Kaius got a 24.
That is just the DC. Bertie?
31.
31. That is a success. And Theodore?
Not as high.
Not as high, so that'll be okay.
16.
I will note that the Oreid got a 4, but this is a fireball, yeah?
Yeah.
So nothing.
Immune
It's
fire.
fine. Yeah. It's so fine.
Newman will give Teddy a +7 if that helps. So maybe a 23, is that?
23 just misses.
Damn. Alright.
So, if you succeeded, or Anya, you take 25 points of fire damage. But Teddy also gets your paladin aura, Kharas, which would bump him over.
That's
so Teddy,
exciting.
it does succeed.
Actually, is Anya within 30 feet of... Oh, who else would get bonuses to there? And how much is the bump up?
It is
+5?
+5.
So Anya saves, she takes nothing.
I got 20, so that'll bring me to 25, but Zoot will fail.
Yeah, and she's also only going to take a quarter damage because she's resistant to fire. As is Bertolt.
Yeah, I was.
If you take half damage, it is 25. If you take quarter, it is...
For reference as well, Theodore takes no damage because of the mounted combatant feat that Kharas has.
Oh, lucky.
Nice. And yeah, for flavor's sake as well, as usual, because it's the eyes widen as the fire rains down on us and on Bodhi's tattoo, and that sucks in part of the energy that attacks him. So yeah. And then they all closed for a moment.
Yep. Okay. All right. Next are the reversers, who are going to... There are enemies that also were within that radius. I will quickly roll for them. 2 of these reversers were. That's a failure. That is a failure. So they both take 51. The nullifier is a failure. The absorber is a failure. Alright. Yeah, the reversers are going to charge up to... So one's going to go for Rook, one's going to go for Sam, one's going to go for the Orid. As plausible targets. Possible targets, rather. So, let's start with Bite against Rook. That is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. So you take from that 7 points of piercing damage and...
Has that been halved?
3 points to force damage. No, it has not. So it'll be 3 and 3 for 6 points damage all up. And then the 2 claw attacks are going to be an 18. Does that meet your AC? I don't think it does.
My AC's 18.
Okay. The other one's going to miss because it was lower. So that is going to be 11 halved to 5 points of slashing damage and 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
The one attacking Sam, that's a miss. Those are both misses. The one attacking the Orid. What is the Orid's AC, please, Eddie?
Fiorit's AC is 16, so not huge.
The bite will hit. Does it have anything with non-magical piercing? It'd be
Not from
under
what I can
resistance.
see here.
Are they within 30 feet? Desperately wanted to use spirit.
They are within 30 feet. Yes.
I'm gonna spirit shield. I'll reduce that damage.
Okay. So it'll be 15 of
Ooh, nice.
15 of piercing plus 7 of force
Okay,
for
so the
22
spirits kind
total.
of duck in the way and swipe that away, and they reduce it by 20, and then they hit back at the beast, and they hit it with 20 force damage.
Ooh. All right. No, wrong one. All right. And then 2 claws. That's a 19 and a 17, which both hit. For the first attack is 18 points of slashing and force. The second claw is 14 points of slashing and force. Then it is Neumann's turn.
Question for you, Darby.
Yes.
That beast that makes the noises, how far
Yes.
away is that one from us?
You personally are about 20 feet away, just outside of its range, as far as being affected by it.
Ooh. So Neumann is going to ready an action. He's
Okay.
going to pull out his rod of holding, and the trigger will be for Zoot to fly higher. And he will essentially be activating it by slapping the side of it to activate the button without holding it once it gets higher.
Okay.
That's
All right.
something for later.
Okay. Then anything with your bonus action?
Bonus action. Again, he can't really do much, but let me just check a spell of mine that requires an action.
If it requires an action. it's
Yeah, it
probably-
would. Yeah. Shrapnel bomb. Not really. Vicious rapier. Not really. No, he can't do anything.
No. Okay.
But are any of those ones being attacked by the reverser beast within 60 feet?
The reverser beast. So they are. So they're. So are any of them within 60 feet of you?
Yes.
Yes, all of them are.
So it's Rook, it's the Fae,
Rook,
and
Sam, and the Oread.
None of them I don't think would benefit from being out of melee. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Neumann will use it on the Fae then, I guess. He's going to use Tactical Martial. So it can, if it chooses, move immediately up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Anyway, so if
Okay.
that's beneficial, go ahead. Just because it's of no expenditure to me.
Okay,
So
so you're moving closer.
that is up to the Fae.
Okay. The Fae
It
can
can,
move.
if it would like, move up to
That's-
half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. If it would like. So,
Right now?
right now.
Oh, I can't even see where it is on the thing.
I'm not sure if it has any ranged or anything. Neumann just knows that Sam would want to stay in melee and Rook would want to stay in melee. So, knows nothing about Fae.
For now, it would like to stay in melee, but after sort of seeing you cast the spell, they sort of grin over and wink at you, and they're like, that won't be necessary, darling. And I don't know, they might skitter around within melee to is there anyone that they can like sort of flank with?
They
Not
can
really.
kind of, with their speed, they can probably get to a point where they're flanking one of the reverses with Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Cool. And yeah, I guess it's Zoot's turn now. So Zoot is going to see if he gets his breath weapon back.
Yep.
Which he does not. So Zoot is going to fly up so that he stays within 60 feet of Sirag.
Yep.
Oh, actually 60 feet of that that noise beast.
Yep.
Then, if it's possible, Neumann will activate his rod of holding because he was waiting for Zoot to go higher. And he'll put the rod of holding up in the sky. And then if Zoot can, he would like to fly back down back towards where they were.
Okay.
And is he within melee of anyone right there apart from... is he in melee with anyone?
No, not at that point.
Excellent.
Back to where he was.
Fine. I don't believe he has too much range attacks without his breath weapon. So, he'll just stay there.
All right. Next is Sam. I've pre-rolled his attacks.
Next is me because you skipped me at the start of initiative.
Oh shit! Did I? Sorry.
No, that's all good. I want to see what Neumann did.
Going here.
No, that's fair. Okay, so, just to retcon a little bit, Ross, as soon as Zoot started to fly up, Ross would have jumped off that thing. She hates flying, so
Okay.
she would have hopped off, landed on the ground.
Roll me an
And-
acrobatics check to
Absolutely, my love.
to make sure you land safely. I'm guessing
So-
laughably high.
That's a nat 1, which makes it a 17.
Okay. I'll say you take like 1 point of bludgeoning damage. You land slightly.
You survive,
kilter,
but it
but-
doesn't look cool.
Yeah.
It's not. I take 1 point pride damage. Okay, so not using that dice again. She lands on the ground, and she is aware of these big scary creatures because there's 5 of them. Big scary boys. Okay, and she kind of looks at them, and she goes, "Oh, you're gross. You'll get your day." And then she's going to run her fingers across her tambourine, but it's like her nails, and it's the most discordant sound you've maybe heard from Ross in a while as she scrapes her nails across, as there's this her eyes are almost flaming as she looks up towards Taven Sirag. And is he wearing any metal?
He is not.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Darby? I'm going
He
to put
knows
you in a
your
bin,
tricks.
Max. Does he? He's never
He
met
is.
me. Okay.
But he has
then
intel.
Instead, fair. So, Ross is gonna start casting heat metal. Realize he has no metal on him. And she's gonna yell out, "Can someone put a fucking bangle on that bastard?" And she's gonna turn that in midair into resonant frequency,
Okay.
which I pre-rolled and does. If he fails on a con saving throw, which I would like to use cutting words on that.
All right. Roll your cutting words. See how you do.
Did he nat 20?
No, but very close. It was a natural 19, which is a total of 35.
Well, minus 14 from that. I got my max from cutting words.
Okay, so that becomes 21. Which is your DC 21 or 22?
22.
So you needed the max and you got it.
Yep. So as she probably sees him like take this resolve in, and as she shoots this discordant, wretched noise towards him that starts rattling his head, all he'd hear in his mind is, "No, you don't. Not today." And then, he is going to take 22 points of thunder damage. And he is also deafened until the start of my next turn.
And as he's reeling from that, the one of two of Sam's attacks that hit with a searing smite at 8th level on it is gonna whack him for a what was it? Grand total of 87 points of damage. And I believe he also has to roll a con save for that as well. Let's see if it's still and that's a test 1d6 fire damage. With successful saves, creature target within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out. So he's not on fire. Alright. But off the back of that, Rook, it is your go.
Okay, so when the beast get her with a couple of blows, she just kind of like shrugs it off, barely paying attention. The little ghost of ancestors just brush away some of the damage, I guess. And she's completely focused on Taven. And she's just gonna yell up at him. That's true, but nevertheless, she's gonna yell up at him. "I've been waiting to kill you for so many years." And then she's gonna take a great swing with her flaming axe. I rolled poorly, but that's a 22 to hit.
Unfortunately.
In that case, I'm going to reckless attack for this one.
Yeah.
So I'll get advantage. Oh, that's
I will allow you to retroactively reckless the other one.
I guess so. Well, I got a nat 20. So,
Oh,
I don't know.
with the amount of fire you do.
No need.
The amount of fire you do. Alright, so
oh God,
maximum.
I've got to double everything. Okay, so 24.
Yeah.
Plus. I should have prepped this ahead of time, because this is going to be a bit of maths. You can always cut this out. 24 plus 16 plus 40, 10 plus 40 plus 3d6, so 18. So the max is 98. And
But
then
how
I get
much
to
of that
roll
is
on top
fire?
of that.
How much of that is fire?
Oh, that's
Is
a
it
good
just the
point, that's a good
4d10
point.
or is there something else that's fire?
The 4d10 and the 3d6 were fire. So
Okay, so
the 40 and the 18 were doubled.
so add another.
So
So
add
basically,
another
add
40
another
and
40
another 18.
and another 18. So what's that so far?
So that comes to 156, and then I get to roll on top
156
of that.
before you even rolled. Okay, so I roll
Okay. And then I rolled 20 damage.
20 damage.
And because I'm raging, I get an additional 6, so 26 damage.
Okay. That including the fire? The fire is rolled again as well.
Oh! That
So
is
another 10.
So
That's
26 just regular, like, bludgeoning damage. And then we get some fire damage of... Oh no, I pre-rolled, so we get 29 fire damage, double to 58.
58. Now, I believe you also have brutal critical.
I do indeed. I get to do an
which
extra
is-
2 damage.
Yes. These are only
So,
the weapon.
2d12.
Yes.
And I roll 11 damage.
11 damage. And as I said, I will allow this reckless to retroactively apply to your other attack as well. So if you want
That's
to
very
roll
kind of
the
you.
second attack to...
I guess so.
Yeah.
So
Because
the second
the thing is,
attack-
if you're going to do one, why wouldn't you do both?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it?
So that's a 25.
That'll hit.
Fantastic. So the regular damage is 17, and then I pre-rolled the fire damage, and that comes to 20, double to 40.
All right. Whew. And with that, you eviscerate Taven to ashes. And that's where we're gonna leave it for this episode. As you see the ashes rising slowly and reforming.
Get you a good.
See you next week, everyone.
See you next
week.
week.
Legendary
Bye-bye.
form, baby.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening.
I just realized
Coming.
in some ways you're almost in a semi-casual cosplay of Anya there. It's
Yeah, it's on his
like
vibe. It's
green
true.
green shirt, elf ears on. Actually,
It's
entire top row is in character colors.
Sure, we all are.
I don't know what your top row looks like.
Sitting
Is shirt
Laura.
green? It's blue
Well-
to me.
It looks like a bluey green with like the color balancing and all that.
Actually, I'm wearing a ruby necklace. So it's red for Rook. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they said they love each other. And Neumann was
Yeah.
not present for us.
No, he was not.
But he's just like
Sorry, Jay.
sensing.